Hi, this is Darren and this is Tip Tap Game Clash. We're going to be jumping into a game of Ninjala, which has just been released as a demo on the Nintendo Switch. Ninjala is a kind of mashup between Bleeding Edge and Splatoon, where it borrows the Splatoon graphics, so it's cute and approachable or accessible for most people, and mashes it with the Bleeding Edge kind of melee game mechanic. The demo currently is not team based, it's individual based melee action where you have an arena and you kind of run around and brawl it out. Each character has a choice of weapons. There's currently 4 available which you can customise along with different outfits in a similar way to Splatoon. Other things to note is that this game is still in a beta state, and until its official release in May, where it will be free to play, so no cost to you as a consumer, which is great, but there might be some sacrifices. Gungho are the developers and they've done an amazing job so far from what I've seen in the demo. But let's check out the gameplay and see what you think.
I'm not going to talk too much through this, just so you can just see how the games play out. But you're probably already thinking this looks very similar to Splatoon 2, and you're kind of right. I think Splatoon 2 has ingrained itself into the DNA of Ninjala. However, there are some things to bear in mind. In this beta, it's all out warfare in the Battle Royale. There's no actual team matches, and based on the initial trailers that were released for Ninjala, it does look like there's a 4 versus 4 battle mode, which I suspect will come later in the beta's life. Other things to note is that the way that gear works in Splatoon 2 is not the same as in Ninjala. Ninjala relies on you buying Shinobi cards, which you then can assign to slots. Initially, you only have 1 slot available, but as you play the game, you earn currency, which can then be used to buy an additional slot, or up to 4 in total. I do suspect this is where in-app purchases will come into play, because it just seems that currency has such an influence on how you progress. Games do play out fairly quickly in a similar kind of time frame to the likes of ARMS and Splatoon 2, so they're less than 3 minutes long in total, which is great because it feels like you're constantly moving forward and progressing. The one thing to bear in mind is that the controls do take a while to get used to. They're not difficult by any means, but it does feel like there's a kind of weird parry system, so you do an attack and then the player that you're attacking then has an opportunity to respond, and it then feels like a kind of rock, paper, scissors kind of mechanic is then introduced. I do suspect this has been introduced so it doesn't feel that new players are overwhelmed by those more experienced players, and it kind of evens out those battles. Have a look at the video because the match isn't too long, and just see what you think. We'll do a full review when the game is officially released in May. But if you've got any comments or anything, please throw them down below. And if you like this video, please hit the like and subscribe button. We've got loads of content coming out in the next few days and weeks ahead. And this is Tip Tap Game Clash.